Hello, it's Honey Lou, and we're gonna do a final review on the Scarab and Dahlia Tarot by Joanne Waldo and designed by Octavia Waldo. I wanted to show you guys this first. So this is the Maria Tarot. I just recently got this deck in. I won this deck on a giveaway on Instagram on her page on Masha's. But anyways, I just wanted to show you how beautiful these are together. I was looking at this card, and this is actually kind of like a very new coloration that I am obsessed with right now, with this purpley red color together with some lighting with the yellows right there. And this is the Eight of Cups and this is the Moon, but there's something about this coloration that really, I don't know, it just makes my imagination go wild, and I really love this about both of these cards. I just wanted to show you that, but this is going to be like a very relaxed review. I don't have the deck in order. I got this deck about 3 years ago, so I've done three months ago, and so yeah, I feel like now is the time for me to do a review. And I was planning to do a review on this deck like a week after I got this deck, and it didn't let me rush the deck. It wanted me to feel it out. This deck made me take its time. I did a whole book study, like I read the whole book, and it was excellent. And I just took my time with it. When I first got this deck, I was really excited about it. And the things I loved about it was the size. Sorry, you're going to see me all like in frumpy clothes. My hands are super dry. It's winter coming in Alaska. But I was really excited about this deck, and so I've used this deck a shit ton, and it's doing a really good job. Joanna showed me her deck, and her deck has all the edges already off because she uses it so much, which I think is beautiful. But mine's doing a really good job. And the way this deck sounds when you shuffle it and overhand shuffle it, I love chunky decks, and I know Joanna loves chunky decks as well. So that was something that me and her relate to. This deck does break in beautifully, but it's a fun deck to work with, and I often want to just grab it and use it. So let's talk about, okay, so this is going to be a quick review because I don't really have much to say other than what I did when my first impressions. I really like the guidebook. The guidebook gives you it gives you everything you really need, honestly. It's like reading a big ol' book of tarot, but it's shrunk down to everything you need to learn. And what I love about this guidebook is that it gives you a lot, or it gives you enough to be able to kind of understand Joanna's vision and understand the cards. I would recommend this guidebook for beginners. And just, I love the way this is written. I feel like that's kind of one of Joanna's purpose, is to be a writer. I think she's an excellent writer. And a creator, just a creator in general. This is Rider-Waite-Smith based. I do like that she talks about exercises. She talks about why she wanted to name it the Scarab and Dahlia. Scarab, there's historical meanings of the scarab, and honestly I didn't know what a scarab was until I got this deck. You would think that I would know because I love the Thoth, but I don't. And it's funny because I would just call it, oh, there's the Egyptian beetle, so I didn't even know that word. I didn't even know what a scarab was. And so I learned a lot from this deck. Dahlias, scarabs represent death and rebirth. They would put scarabs in the tombs when people would pass away so they can cross over. They symbolize protection, protection from diseases, transformation, and so on. And Dahlias, I remember she wrote about them being resilient, and there's different forms of dahlias, I believe, but yeah, there was just a nice little section of what's in the name. And yeah, and another thing that I really like about this deck is it feels like a passion project. Also, she gives you recommended books that she really likes. And so you get the elements, planets, zodiacs. And then you get like, yeah, it's really nice. I really enjoyed this guidebook. And so yeah, let's just go through the cards. So yeah, one thing, there's really nothing much to say other than I do really love it, and I feel like it has like this cold, crisp feel to it. Um, Although there is some warmer tones, it feels like a fall deck for me. And I love that it's very intuitive. I love what she wrote about. She discussed about what she told me in a message about the swords, blights, and the head, because it's thought, it's air. So it's swords to the head because it is really like an attack to the mind, right? And that was profound. I thought. Sorry, my stupid jacket is too big on me. I like that there's just a variety of different things. It's just, I like that when a collage deck is, it's not cohesive in a way. I like it when it's just, all over the place. I like it like that. There are many cards in this deck that are like my absolute favorite cards ever. This is one of them. This is like probably my second favorite Empress. Obviously, the Thoth is the first, or the Thoth. Yeah, but what I love about this deck is like a lot of the cards. I can't talk right. They provoke a lot of feelings within me. They provoke memories. They make me happy. They are very extremely intuitive, and I really love that about this deck. And it tells a story. I like the story that it tells. I love this card so much. It's so beautiful with the colors. And some of the coloration is like perfection. And some of the colorations is a little rough on the edges, I would say. That's like the best way for me to explain it. But I know that Joanna, she mentioned to me that some of the coloration didn't turn out like, you would see it on a printer or you'd see it on the computer, but then once you print it out, it looks different. And she said that it didn't really quite match her vision of what she was going for. So I know that there are some adjustments that she plans to make. And I think that's pretty much it. But I love that it's rougher on the edges and some of the coloration. And that was something that really grew on me. Like some parts there was like I had to like learn. I don't know. I love that this deck is different, and sometimes it keeps me on my toes in a way. But I always miss this deck. It's like the weirdest thing. So it's like I like put it away, but then I'm just like, oh, I wanna pull it out again. I wanna play with it. I wanna work with it. I love this card too. This is my favorite Lovers card, probably ever. I think it's really cute, and this one's so cute. This one just makes me happy. Like, I don't know. I don't even know why you would think of that, but it's so cute. With the coloration that I personally struggle with is more of like these warmer tones and the high definition or the contrast feeling. But that would be the only thing that I struggle with this deck. This is a really beautiful card. I love this. There's a card that's similar with this kind of Art Deco, and it's a Voyager Tarot. I don't know if it is the Star, but I don't remember. Again, I really love this card. And I believe Joanna actually didn't really like this coloration, but for some reason I personally do. But that's just personal preference and purpose. Everyone, we all think differently. And, but I don't know, there's something about this card that I just love. This Queen of Swords, I absolutely love it. I think she's the perfect Queen of Swords. Different Lovers cards. I chose to keep them all in. I'm still working on different meanings for them. I want to create different meanings for each of them. Like if I got, since I am straight, like I could have these as, I don't know. I was thinking like one could be about choice, one could be about like divine union, One could be like maybe a lover with a guy, or like a guy friend, or with the two girls, maybe it's about a girl, like a situation with me and a girl, not just a girl, not a lover. So there was different meanings I was playing around with them, but I really love how intuitive it is. And this one's cute. Like, I love everything about this card. The coloration is a little bit too contrasted, or there's just something about like this rusty orange color, this warm color that I struggle with sometimes. And this is beautiful. Like, I feel like I could put myself in this card. I feel like this family history, this group, like I could feel them. And that's what I love about this deck, is there's just a lot of provoking and a lot of triggers and a lot of I don't know, it just draws you in. And it's really beautiful. I love this card so much. This card is so cute. I love the stars, I love the bow, I love him. This is one of my favorite chariots ever. I love the coloration with like the water and the fire, You also get the moon for Cancer. Yeah, you just get the watery feel with the Cancer, or for Cancer. Sorry, I can't speak. And then you get the car, you get the Cancer sign, and then you get like this direction, this will. And then you get this cute little girl and a hummingbird with her hands out. That's adorable. Again, with this coloration, I guess I would like to see this a little bit more. I guess, like more towards original coloration, or I don't know. But this is like a color that I struggle with in this deck. And honestly, like at first this was something that I struggle with, but now I'm actually kind of learning to like it that way, if that makes sense. Like it's growing on me. But I think that's pretty much my only issue. But I love that I have this deck. I love that it's here. I love that it feels like a passion project. And I don't know if I said that in the beginning, but that's what this deck feels like. It feels like this is her love. This is, this is what she's expressing to the world. And that's what I really, really appreciate about this deck. And I love being a supporter of this deck. And this is so cute. I love her face. I love this tower, one of my favorite towers ever. I just think it's beautiful. This one's really gorgeous too. And I'm excited for Joanna in the future, of like what she's planning to do, if she's going to add more cards. And I like that aesthetic where she kind of didn't follow, having one card. I like that she gave us options, and I hope like she continues to keep embracing that, And this is a card that I didn't really care for at first, but I really do love him. And it's more of just like this color it's like not my favorite color. That's it. But I think it's so cute. And it's cool because I was doing single cards, and I would just put it on my altar, and just having these cards by themselves like really shine. And it's a perfect little altar card as well. I really like these little stacks that she put right there. I really like this card. This one's really cute. One of my favorite cards in the deck. I really love this coloration. Yeah, like some of the colors are just, I love some of the colors and some of them I don't. But, that's just, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing either. But overall, I think this deck is solid. I think this is beautiful with the masks, the bed, the coloration. I love her dress. I mentioned that before, and I love this one. I love the movement. And like the feelings, like you get feelings out of both of these cards. And yeah, I don't know, you could just chop off the things and you would know exactly what these cards are. And that's what I really appreciate about it. It's like It's simple, but also it's very eccentric. I don't feel like there's anything out like this in the market. Like, I feel like it's completely different. This is, oh, I love this card so much. This one right here. I love it. It's so beautiful. I would totally get a print of this card as well, along with the Empress, and also the Six of Cups, the Lovers, the Chariot. I love this Two of Wands. I love how it talks about like this doorway, and it's about making a choice and kind of like that threshold of stepping over and to, fulfill that choice that you've made. I liked what she said about that, and that was something I'll always remember. I love this Nine of Wands, especially it gives that wintry feel, so it has like the Sagittarius. This is a Sagittarius card. But there's something about this card that really draws me in. I feel like I could put myself in this picture or this art. But there's something so interesting about it. I don't know. Oh, I love this card. It's so beautiful. I love this card too. It looks beautiful. The colors right here, this, like this is definitely like a coloration. Okay, so the Thoth, the coloration is what really draws me into that deck. And that was like some like the stronger suit about that deck as well. And same with this one, like there's something about the colors that really work well with me. Although there is some colorations that don't work well with me, but it's a very fluid color deck, like a soul deck or like a soul card kind of deck. And that's the best way I could kind of explain how I feel about, using this. But there's something with the lighting, like she works with the lights, she works with the colors, movement, you see a lot of movement as well. This one definitely has like this watery daydreaming vibe. Queen of Wands, she's very flirtatious and bubbly. I love that about it. I love this card. Another favorite card right here. I love it. It feels like I'm in Ireland and I'm on the mountain, maybe picking berries or something. But you have all these like ancient artifacts, and it's like you're up high in the mountain, but you just kind of look around and it's just glorious. I don't know, it's just a really beautiful art. And this one is noisy, like although she's going within, but I feel the noisiness around her, I hear the streets, I hear cars moving, I hear them beeping, I hear everything. This card, I hear water, like a fountain, like she's in a park or whatever, and there's like a fountain behind her, and you could hear the water trickling. Also, you could hear like the birds and the bees, but there's something about how this deck really provokes that, and it's so strong too. I love this card as well. This was a card that I didn't really care for at first, but like it really grew on me later on. Another beautiful card. You still get the traditional symbolism. I love this card. Also, I know that Joanna was talking about some of the cards came out too dark, but there's something interesting about how he's dark. Like you could barely see him, but it makes it so cool that way. I don't know. I really like this card a lot. There's something like about it. It's like I get a lot of emotions when I use this deck, which is cool. It's cool and it's crazy at the same time. This is gorgeous. I'm always drawn to these cubes and these birds. And I like how they're both going two different directions. That's a beautiful card. I like this card. I really like this card too. I love this. Oh, another thing too is some of the images seemed a little too small in the artwork, but later on it didn't really bother me. Like an example would be the Queen of Cups. I felt like she was really too tiny in the artwork. But later on I learned to really love her, and I love her energy, and it tells a story. I love this card as well. It's one of my favorites. And this one's really interesting. I like this. It reminds me of going to Utah or something. My favorite card. Except for the Empress. The Empress is my favorite, but this would be my second favorite. Definitely has nostalgic feels towards it. Yeah, so she felt a little small at first, but I learned to really love her in the deck. And this one is so interesting. And this one provokes a lot of intense, like, historical feelings within me. But it's a sensitive deck. It's so weird. I'm so sensitive to this deck, which is a good thing. But I just wanted to bring that up, that this deck, I react to it in a very strong, sensitive way. And this is really beautiful. I know a lot of people love this card as well. I think it's cute. But overall, yeah, I think it's really good. Definitely dig it. Dig this bigness. And I hope Joanna keeps creating, and yeah, so there's my honest final review. I would totally recommend this to anybody who's interested. It's definitely something worth picking up, worth studying, worth reading, and yeah, it's great. So that's it. Don't know what else I'm gonna do, but there's my review, and let me know what you think about this deck. I would love to know. Bye.